Hello and welcome to the Bikes Entry. My name's Ben and today I've got the pleasure of showing you around this absolutely gorgeous Ducati 848. This is a 2010 model, so just before the 2011 facelift. I say facelift, they called it the Evo, gave it slightly more power. But this is pre-Evo, pre-facelift. This bike's done less than 10,000 miles and I would argue that this is probably one of the best 848s on the market today, second hand. This is one of my favourite sports bikes for the road. It's a really balanced chassis. It's exceptionally light. Even in today's company, being a V-twin, tubular frame, it's a very light bike. Relatively comfortable, really slick gearbox. They make about 120 to 125 brake horsepower, which is more than enough for the road, but it's all about torque. This is one of the last real rider's bikes for me. So no electronics, no ABS, no intervention, just you, your right hand, and obviously the motorcycle itself. This bike's been absolutely loaded up with specs, so I'll show you some of that as we go around. But I think you'll agree already, it's an absolutely stunning machine. So starting at the front, the bike's actually on Michelin Pilot Power 2CT rubber. You've got these lightweight Marchesini wheels. You can see massive 320mm Brembo discs coupled to 4-pot radially mounted Brembo calipers, and this particular bike has the braided hose option as well. You'll notice that this bike is adorned with Ohlins suspension. Now that comes from the 1098S and just absolutely sorts the handling out on a bike that already handled pretty well as standard. There's loads and loads of carbon on this bike. Everywhere there would have been a black panel, it's been replaced with carbon. At least £1,000 worth of carbon on this bike. Really, you know, sets off the look of the bike. The paintwork is a pearlescent white. Now, the camera just doesn't do this justice, but in certain lighting conditions, you get this gold sort of mirror finish come through, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, cameras just won't pick it up. Down the side, you can see we've got more carbon. So we've got a full carbon fibre belly pan. We've got a carbon fibre heat shield for the exhaust, a hugger, and then the trimmings just underneath the seat. So again, loads and loads of carbon fibre on this bike. There's a couple of nice little anodised parts just to finish off the frame, which normally would just have holes in it, which attracts a bit of water and stuff like that. So that's a nice modification to have. And towards the back, the exhaust that should always go on a Ducati is a Termigoni. So this has got twin Termigoni pipes that sound absolutely fantastic. The back end's finished off with a tail tidy. We've also got the proper Ducati colour-coded seat cowl, and there is an integrated tail light on this as well, which I'll show you when the bike's actually running. We do have the standard parts. We have the Pillion seat as well, so if you did ever want to take a Pillion, you absolutely could do. Before we go around the front, you'll notice that we've got adjustable levers. These are 2-finger levers, and then we've got some aftermarket grips. We can replace the grips if you don't like them. You'll notice that we've also got a zero gravity screen as well. These are really nice, really good quality. So no expense has been spared on this bike. It's been really well loved. Again, on this side, you can see the Ohlins forks. You can also see, I forgot to mention, the fork protectors there as well from R&G. As we pan back, you can see we've got a hydraulic clutch, which just helps to keep the clutch a little bit lighter on this bike. And you'll also notice the Ohlins shock. That's on the back there again from the 1098S. A really good shock, loads and loads of adjustment. The chain and sprockets are in good condition, and you see we've got a matching Michelin Pilot Power 2CT on the back. As I pan up a bit more, you'll see the Termigoni sticking out the back. This bike comes with 2 keys. It's got a Meta alarm on it, which is a good make of alarm. It's just got the fob there, a fully digital dash, and we've got an aftermarket gear indicator as well, which is a nice touch. It's the only thing that this bike was really missing out on, I think, when it came out of the factory. Really nice dash. It's not a TFT, but that doesn't really matter because it gives you all the information that you need. You don't need any more than this. So let's give her a spin over for you. That sounds awesome. Your neighbours will really enjoy this bike when you go out on a Sunday morning for a ride to the cafe. It sounds absolutely beautiful, exactly as a Ducati should. You'll notice that the dry clutch sound isn't there, and that's because this bike has a wet clutch, which is quite nice. You don't get the rattle that you'd normally get from a Ducati, but it sounds very, very nice nonetheless. Bodywork wise, this bike is absolutely spot on. It's been very, very well loved. It's got a paint protection film pretty much all over the bike. You could remove that if you wanted to, but it's not tatty or, you know, disheveled or anything like that. The only places that you can notice is there's a little mark there which the camera picks up. Usual with Ducatis, they've got textured finish everywhere, so unfortunately the heel plates do wear, and it's surprising actually that this hasn't been changed for carbon fibre. Perhaps that's something the new owner could do. And the only other thing I noticed was a very small mark just on the front of the carbon mudguard. As I say, I think this is one of the best sports bikes on the market, even today in modern company. It's a proper rider's machine, and this one is exceptional for a used bike. It's got lots and lots of history, got stacks of paperwork, all the original owner's manuals, original keys. It's been well loved and looked after. If the asking price is met, we will do a Desmo service on it. That consists of the belts, oil change, brake fluids. That's a fairly major service. If you were to take this to Ducati to have that done, you'd be looking at well over £600. So good value for money on a bike that I think is an appreciating classic. We offer finance on our bikes. We offer part exchange. All of our bikes come with free UK delivery, and we do offer a 3-month warranty on bikes as well. So you've got complete peace of mind when buying this bike from us. If you'd like to ask any questions and you want to reach out, we've got WhatsApp, we've got live chat on our website and on Auto Trader. We've got all of the social medias. You can pick up the phone and speak to me, or you can pop in, have a coffee, try the bike on for size. That's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.